All right, let's talk about something we all want. Keeping more of our hard-earned money. Sound good? Well, you're in the right place. Today, we're going to break down 7, yes, 7 powerful ways you can earn income in India that are completely 100% tax-free. So let's dive right in.
You know that feeling, right? You get your payslip, you see that big, beautiful number at the top, and then your eyes drift down to the bottom number, the one that actually hits your bank account. And you're just like, where did it all go? Yeah, those tax deductions can be pretty frustrating.
But what if there was a way around that? What if you could earn income that's completely yours with 0 taxes taken out? I'm talking about totally legitimate government-approved methods. It's not a dream. So let's get into exactly how you can do this. First up, our first category. Okay, Section 1, your money, your pocket. Here, we're looking at 2 really foundational ways to earn tax-free income from the land itself and from business. So let's kick it off with key number 1, agricultural income. I mean, this is as fundamental as it gets in India, right? So here's the deal. If you make money from, say, selling crops you've grown, or even just renting out your farmland, that income is totally tax-free. It's the government's way of supporting the whole agricultural sector. But, and this is a big but, there's one crucial rule you got to know. This tax break only works for agricultural land that's actually in India. If you own a farm somewhere else in the world, any money you make from that, yep, that's going to be taxable. All right, moving on to key number 2. And this one is a huge deal if you're an entrepreneur. We're talking about your profit from a partnership. So if you're a partner in a business, whether it's a regular partnership firm or an LLP, the share of the profit you take home is tax-free for you. And it actually makes perfect sense when you think about it. The company itself has already paid tax on that profit. So if they taxed you on it again, that'd be double dipping, right? The law is basically there to make sure that doesn't happen. It's all about fairness. Okay, so we've talked business. Now let's switch gears and talk about your job. Because there's a really important work-related benefit that can save you a ton of tax money when you eventually leave a company. We're on to key number 3, gratuity. You know, that lump sum payment you get as a thank you for your long service when you retire or move on from a job. Now, this is where things get interesting, because the rules are different depending on where you work. For government employees, it's amazing. The whole amount is completely tax-exempt. But for those of us in the private sector, well, there's a cap. And that magic number is 20 lakh rupees. So for private sector folks, anything you get in gratuity up to 20 lakhs is tax-free. That is a really important number to keep in mind. Okay, get ready, because this next section is a big one. This is where the real magic happens. We're diving into investments where not only your initial money is safe, but all the growth, all the interest is totally protected from taxes. And kicking off our investment segment is an old favorite, a true classic. It's our 4th key, the Public Provident Fund, better known as PPF. Now, the reason everyone loves PPF is because of its incredible triple E status. That stands for exempt, exempt, exempt. So what does that actually mean? Well, check this out. First E, the money you put in, up to 1.5 lakhs a year, is tax deductible. Bam, instant tax savings. Second E, the interest your money earns, year after year, totally tax-free. And the third E, when it all matures and you take out the whole chunk of money, you guessed it, completely tax-free. It is quite literally a triple win for your money. All right, key number 5 is another fantastic investment option, and this one is specifically created with a very special goal in mind, securing a daughter's future. And just look at this interest rate, a very, very attractive 8.2% for 2026. That's a really solid return. This scheme is called the Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana, or SSY. It's all about building a fund for a girl child's education or marriage. And guess what? Just like the PPF we just talked about, it has that same amazing triple E tax benefit. So you get a tax deduction for putting money in, the interest it earns is tax-free, and the final payout is, you got it, completely tax-free. Okay, for our 6th key, we're talking about something a lot of us already have, but maybe we don't fully understand the tax side of it. I'm talking about life insurance. Generally, when a life insurance policy matures and you get that payout, the whole amount is tax-free. Sounds great, right? But hold on. There is a super important catch here, so you'll want to pay close attention. This tax-free benefit only applies if your total annual premium across all your policies combined is less than 5 lakh rupees. If you go over that limit, the maturity amount suddenly becomes taxable. That's a huge rule to know.
All right, we're heading into our final category, and this one is all about investing in yourself, specifically in education.
And that brings us to our seventh and final key for tax-free income: scholarships.
This is such a great one for students. Basically, any scholarship you get for your education is 100% tax-free. Simple as that. The government really wants to encourage people to learn. But here's the really wild part. There's no upper limit. It doesn't matter how big the scholarship is. And get this, it even applies to scholarships from foreign universities. How cool is that?
So there you have it. 7 completely different, powerful ways to earn income without giving a single rupee to the taxman. Now the big question is, what are you going to do with this information? The original source we're drawing from asked its audience a really simple question. So where have you invested? And I think that's a perfect moment for all of us to pause and think about our own situations. So let's just quickly run through them one more time. We had 1. Agricultural income, 2. Partnership profit, 3. Gratuity, 4 and 5. The Triple E Superstars, PPF and the Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana, 6. Life insurance maturity with that important limit, and 7. Scholarships. 7 totally separate paths to tax-free income.
And that leads us to our final question, and this one's for you. Looking at this list, thinking about where you are in life and what your goals are, what's your tax-free strategy going to be? Because, just knowing this stuff is one thing, but actually using it to build a smarter, wealthier future, that's the real win.